Skadoosh! What's up, everybody? We got Kung Fu Panda 4 to talk about today as Jack Black returns for the fourth installment in this franchise. There will, of course, be some spoilers here in my review. I'm going to try and keep it somewhere in between full and no spoilers. So, with that being said, let's get into the movie. I'm going to get my cons out of the way first here, and then I'm going to let my inner child take over for the pros section. First thing that I didn't really love about this movie was the absence of the Furious 5, which I know the director addressed already before the movie came out, but still. Not only do I absolutely love these characters amongst that group, but the actors who voice the characters are phenomenal. I mean, taking them out of this movie takes away the likes of Seth Rogen, Angelina Jolie, Jackie Chan, Lucy Liu, and even David Cross. And I don't know about you, that's a tough loss for me, though. Second and final complaint about this movie, Aquafina. Like, I'm sorry, I don't hate her as a person. I'm sure she's a fine person and everything. In fact, I kind of liked her character in the movie, but her voice, and I mean this in the least offensive way possible. I know you can control nothing about your voice. I'm sure people hate my voice, but her voice is like nails on a chalkboard to me, and somehow that character still won me over. So props to the writers of this movie. But as Jen looks to take over the franchise from Poe, I really kind of wish it was anyone else voicing the character. Alright, time to move on to the pros of this movie because they're just so fun. Sticking with the cast actually here, I absolutely loved the additions of both Viola Davis as the villain of the movie Chameleon and Kehu Kwan as Han, who's a pangolin. Don't let Randy Marsh anywhere near him, and he runs like a an underground house, I guess you'd say, for criminals. I think that's the best way to say it. And they were both amazing additions to the franchise, and probably my favorite part of this movie. Then there's the visuals. They always do a pretty good job in this department with these movies, but I really like them in this one. There's a scene early on when Poe's fighting a stingray and they collide, and there's a really cool explosive visual behind them. I think it's actually in the trailer I have in here early on in the video. And then there's another one later on when he's fighting Jen and they collide as lightning strikes behind them, and those are just two of many great visuals in this movie. On top of that, the action sequences were awesome. There's the big brawl at that bunny pub, which they go back to and Poe's dad does some stuff, but it's just that first one with Poe and Jen is amazing, but the one that implants itself in your brain is that final go where Poe's fighting Chameleon, and then Jen jumps in when Poe gets trapped in the cage, but he's actually faking it to uh, make her peach seed grow into a peach tree, and then Poe finishes her off with a skadoosh. The amount of money I'd pay to see Jack Black play Poe in live action isn't even funny. I mean, I'd take out a loan bigger than the amount of debt America is in. And at the end of the day, I just really like this story. I'm skeptical about the franchise going forward. I won't lie to you about that. But containing it to just this movie, I thought everything was handled really well. Jen gets a good arc to be set up as the next Dragon Warrior, even though I was admittedly skeptical about it at first when it's kind of teased in the movie a little bit. Uh, Poe does his thing with Jack Black being Jack Black, which means he's just going to be awesome because he's awesome in literally everything he does. And I like the end of the movie too, with all of Poe's past enemies respecting him finally as a Dragon Warrior, and I thought it was a really cool ending. So that'll do it for my review of Kung Fu Panda 4. Not my favorite entry to the franchise, but not my least favorite either, and I'll always show up for anything Jack Black, because this one's going to land at an 8 out of 10 for me personally. But let me know what you thought about this movie down in the comments below, and make sure you have a great day.